The first thing that shocked me about Turkey, and I mean literally the first thing upon my arrival when I came to Turkey from the airport, is that you need a visa to enter Turkey. I did not know this. So this is our setup for today. I'm in Moda Sahil Park? Sahil? I think it's Sahil, not Sahil. Sahil. This is one of the best parks in Kadıköy on the Asian side of Istanbul. Fun fact, Istanbul is the only transcontinental city in the entire world. Now you know. But I came here today because I wanted to fly my drone a little bit, and I thought this would also be a perfect setting to talk about some things that I've learned about Turkey in the month that I've been here. Have I really been here for a month? Wow. It's crazy though, because no matter how much you read about a country before you go somewhere, there's always something that's going to surprise you. So I've been surprised by these 5 or so things that I'm going to mention in this video. So let's get into it. The first thing that shocked me about Turkey, and I mean literally the first thing upon my arrival when I came to Turkey from the airport, is that you need a visa to enter Turkey. I did not know this. Of course, this is like for my case as a person from the United States. I did not know that United States citizens require a visa. They need a visa to enter Turkey. I don't know if that's like my internal Americentrism coming out like, oh, dumb American, or it's just the fact that I've gotten used to coming and going in a lot of countries because my passport is pretty powerful and I don't need visas to get into a lot of places. I had a very trying experience when I first got here at Izmir Airport. The passport control guys were so mad at me. They were like, how are you this dumb? How do you travel all these kilometers and not know that you need a visa? The worst part of it, I think, was like the officer talking to his colleagues in Turkish about how stupid I am because like, oh, she came all this way in parası yok, like she doesn't have any money, and it's like, how do you know that, bitch? It's so embarrassing. It's like, why you gotta, like, it's enough for me to have a problem. Why do you gotta like embarrass me in front of all your colleagues? He was such an asshole. And he had fucking Hank Hill booty. He had no booty. I don't know what happened because I did do research, okay? I did research like US citizen, Turkey, do we need a visa or whatever, but whatever information I found, maybe it was outdated, maybe it was just plain wrong. I didn't do enough research, okay? The only time I've ever applied for and gotten a visa was for China. The second thing I want to talk about Turkey is the bathrooms. Okay, there's a thing that I like about Turkish bathrooms and a thing that I do not like about Turkish bathrooms. The thing that I like, because let's start with the positive, is bidets. It is so normal. Like, there is a bidet in every single Turkish bathroom. Even if you go to a public restroom, bidet. And I've gotten so used to that luxury. I'm going to be so depressed when I go back to the US. I have a bidet in my home in the US, but it's become sort of like a bougie kind of thing. I don't know when it became a privilege to have a clean ass. Somewhere along the way we got lost as a human race. The second thing we got to talk about, the thing that I do not like, is the squatty potty. And I'm not talking about this squatty potty, I'm talking about this Middle Earth shit. I cannot describe the way that my heart sank when I first walked into one of the stalls in a public bathroom and I saw this. We don't have that anywhere in the United States. I do recognize that it's probably better for your system to use the bathroom that way. Probably a lot better for your system than sitting down. Like, that's not good for your bowel system. But I just can't. I don't know if I'm ready. It's probably more hygienic too. It's just a bit weird for me. So before we talk about number 3, should we take a drone break? I think we should take a drone break. So the third thing that really shocked me about Turkey is the nationalism or the patriotism, whatever you want to call it. Turkey up until now is by far like the most nationalist, patriotic country I've ever visited. You know, Turks are very proud to be Turkish, as any, you know, country or people should be proud to be what they are, but it's just so much all the time. Like, there's flags everywhere, in people's doors, on people's windows, in public places, t-shirts, all the time, everywhere. Turkey. And I mean, in the US, yes, there's American flags everywhere a lot of the time, but it's very regional, and it's also very seasonal. Like, I feel like you just see a lot of flags around 4th of July, shit like that. I don't know, I feel like it's just not the same. Also, we cannot talk about Turkish patriotism without talking about Atatürk. So Mustafa Kemal Atatürk is the founding father of Turkey, like this really important dude, okay? War general, Turkish independence, all that shit. There are portraits of this man everywhere, like on bus stops, at the metro stations. He's on all of the money. Everybody loves him. Even at one point, I was talking to an 8-year-old kid and I was like, Türkiye hakkında en sevdiğin şey ne? What's your favorite thing about Turkey? And he was like, Atatürk, with no hesitation. And I don't know, in the US, yes, we do acknowledge our founding fathers, and some people do idolize them or treat them like prophets or gods. But it's just different here because it's like one guy who is the most important guy, And it's also very recent history. Like Ataturk died in 1938, I believe. Whereas like our founding in the US and all of our independence history was like over 200 years ago. So I get why it's different. I wonder, you know, 100 years from now, is it still gonna be that way? Will everybody be so patriotic and Ataturk crazy here? Honestly, probably. Turkish patriotism seems really, really strong. I feel like 100 years from now, it's gonna be the same. Okay, this next one, number 4, might be kind of stupid, but it's important to me. Sidewalk frustration. So Turkish people do not know how to walk on the sidewalk. I don't know how to put this without sounding like an asshole, but oh my god, it's like the most stressful situation to walk on a sidewalk in Turkey, even like a non-busy sidewalk, just because there is no rhyme or reason, there is no order. In most of the countries I've visited, the sidewalks kind of have like the same flow as the road, where there's kind of like lanes of traffic. You know, if you're on this side, you go this way. If you're on this side, you go this way. That does not happen here, dude. Like if you're walking straight on the sidewalk, Turkish people, they will cut you off perpendicular. If they turn around, they will just walk straight in the other direction, like towards you, in your way. And the thing is, when they get in your way, they expect you to move. I do not move. I'm always just like, I'll wait for you to go around me, but like, what? You're in my way. Like if I realize I'm going the wrong way and I'm turning around on the sidewalk, I'll remove myself and like go outside of the flow of traffic, because obviously I'm not going with the flow of the sidewalk traffic. It's just a mess in general. Like people walk really slow. They'll be walking and then all of a sudden they just stop in their tracks. Just in general, like Turkish people need a master class on how to walk on the sidewalk, because the way it's going right now, it's not working. I can guarantee that. Okay, this is the last thing, and it's something that's so funny for me as a yabancı. Here in Turkey, people stare and rubberneck with no hesitation. And what I mean by rubbernecking, in English we use that word to mean like staring at something in public. Usually something bad or unfortunate, like an accident, or I don't even know, just in general, like a crowd of people all watching something. For example, people always say that Turkey's national sport is like watching construction. They love to watch construction, especially like older, middle-aged guys. Like one time I was witnessing some construction happening. It was like on this side of the road, and then on the other side of the road, it's a group of like 4 or 5 amcas just like, They were even going as so far as to like giving them tips on how to do it. Like they did everything but help the people actually build what they were building. It's just so funny. I also, the other day, I walked by a moped accident that I literally would not have noticed had there not been a huge crowd of people surrounding it. In the US, it's considered rude to stare, let alone at a stranger, either working or going through a difficult situation, like a moped accident. But Turkish people, they do not care. They want to stare, and they will stare. They will. So I guess those are the 5 biggest things that I've learned while being in Turkey. Of course, there's like tons and tons of other stuff, like small things that you kind of just get used to. But these are the 5 that they're just so bizarre to me. So it's about 4 o'clock. I think I'll go get a late lunch. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really does encourage me.